All right. Well, here we are with another gaming review. And we're going to be doing a turn-based strategy genre. And we're going to use the most popular game series out there, the Sid Meier Civilization. They're the ones that are that defined this genre. And yeah, we're going to jump right into it. There's a couple other games out there that are also good, but we're just going to go with this one. And also, just so you know, there's like Civ 1, if you're wanting to go epic, ancient, games, all the way to Civ 7 that just came out. My personal favorite is Civ 5 and Civ 6. Civ 7 starts focusing more on the city than maybe the country. Like you're working on city building, which is great. It still is a turn-based strategy, and you do empire builds, all that stuff. But you're doing a bit more micromanaging as far as that goes, which I don't love. Let's do the thing here. We're gonna go ahead and be, yeah. Why don't we be? I can't remember where she is. I think I had her selected already. Austria. I love being Austria. We're going to be an Earth type continent, and we're going to be huge difficulty. Let's just do 2 for the sake of that. And I usually do marathon, but for a game like this, we'll actually make it quick, which I've never done before. But for everyone watching, then you can kind of see how the gameplay works, things like that. And jump right in. So yeah.
Noble and virtuous Queen Maria Theresa, Holy Roman Empress and Sovereign of Austria, the people bow to your gracious will.
Go ahead and skip that. Civ 4, oh my gosh, I hate OneDrive. Civ 4.
This is a good place to found a...
Civ 4, Civ 5, I feel like are really good in between, whereas the first 3 civs, it's like you're planting cities and then you're just building buildings inside them, and that's it. Civ 4 and 5, I feel like you have a little bit more more interesting things to do. Civ 6, I do love Civ 6. Actually, no, I'm going to say I love Civ 6 too. Civ 7, maybe it just came out, and I just am not that into it yet. We're going to go ahead and found a city with our settler and get started with Civ 5. So, there we go. All right, there we are. We're building Vienna, and we're going to go ahead and automate our explorer so that they can go and look at these ruins and start collecting things. So this is kind of how it works. You make moves. You've got military units like this warrior. You have the non-military units like the settler. And now that we've got a city, we're going to go ahead and create production. Thank you. We don't need you. And right now, at the very beginning, when we don't have much to do, we've got these options. We've got units we can build, and we've got buildings we can build. Buildings will give us more culture. This building will. Or, other resources. But what we're going to do is we really need a scout. We want to scout around the area and reveal this fog of war to see kind of where we're at. Because even though we're Austria and Vienna, we might not be on the continent of Europe because they just randomly place us. All right, we're going to choose a research project to work on. Poetry will give us a granary, so then we can start producing extra food. And we also would get a shrine, so if we're going to go for more faith building, we'd do that. Animal husbandry we might want, because eventually we're going to want to build pastures and capture horses so that we can have horse types of units. And then archery, we've got that's more for defensive, to build an archer to defend our capital. And mining, which we don't really have any mountains nearby, so I don't think we'll do mining. But I think we will start with pottery. That's a good one. Stop telling me. All right, so now we've done all our tasks for the turn. So we click end turn, which means all the other players now are going to be doing their turns. All the other AIs, all the other city-states, barbarians, Okay, it
Ancient
looks like
hold
ruins
secrets that
have been
may
explored.
advance us.
And this is why we do exploring, because now our warriors have been upgraded to spearmen, which means they're much more powerful, which means if we run into another race, another country, then we will be more at an advantage. All right, let's keep going. Also, we see these numbers here. So this 4 is showing that in 4 turns, we're going to level up our population. Over here tells us how many turns left before our scout is going to be made. And we want, sorry, I'm just going through like you know this. We want more population because right now we've got 1 population, 1 pop. That means this guy here, this 1 citizen, is right now on this tile and producing 2 extra food. We want to fill this place up with lots of citizens so that we can really maximize our space. So we're going to really hope for that pop to go up. So we're going to press enter, go to our next turn. Boom. All right. Well, I don't know why you stopped exploring, but keep exploring. There we go. All right, we got mountains. We could be in Europe. We could be in South America, North America, really anywhere. I don't know. Australia. Ooh, look at that. We're also looking for a place that would be a good spot to plant our second city, because eventually we're going to want to grow and expand. Now, Austrians, we have this lovely advantage of buying city-states. So that's also why we're exploring, because we really want to find city-states. In Civ 5, city-states were introduced as a new thing. Civ 4 doesn't really have city-states, but Civ 5 does. And so you have these little single-state cities, single city-states, where they run their own stuff, and you can trade with them, you can improve their relationships, things like that. And with Vienna, you can take them over by buying them, buying their whatever. So we can do that. All right, so the next thing I want to build is either the monument or a worker. A worker is 12 turns. And so I think I'm going to do with the monument first, because I really want to start boosting our culture quickly. So let's do the monument. And here's our scout. This scout can go exploring, and it's going down south. Ooh, look at that. Sugar. Sugar's nice. All right, let's go to the next turn. Fantastic. All right, what happened? Ruins. We found ruins and got 13 culture. Okay, so this is now where things... So I wish I could tell you. I think I remember. All right, in the old Civ 4, you're dealing with gold and science. I think there was no limit to trade, but you didn't really have the happiness factor as a global entity. Like, you had to make sure your cities were happy, but not necessarily globally they had to be happy. Whereas now, in Civ 5, global happiness is more of a thing. You get enough global happiness, it contributes to a golden age. And that's this right here, the progress of the golden age. And then you've got culture, which leads you down a culture tree, which they did not do in Civ 4, but then enhanced in Civ 6. Like every new Civ, it seems like they add just a little something. So if you are intimidated by the, because, you know, in some ways, this turn-based strategy, whoa.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox.
There we go. This turn-based strategy, we got a free research. That was horseback riding, so now we don't have to research it. This turn-based strategy kind of game is kind of like playing chess in a way. You know, you make your moves, then your enemy makes their moves, and so on and so forth. So it might seem, I understand that to many people it might look intimidating. So then if you are feeling like you don't know how to play, or you're not sure, then I'd say start at Civ 4. Anything earlier, it gets really, like, there's a big jump between the first 3 Civs and Civ 4. So it's like 1, 2, 3 kind of are those old games. I mean, I loved them. Old games, though, that sort of went together, and then 4, 5, 6. 7 is trying to do its own thing, because there's other games like Endless Legend and a bunch of other games that came out at the same time that I can't think of right now, but they all changed the genre, and so Civ 7 was trying to keep up with that. All right, so we got to choose between one of these four paths. We can start going more for the faith. We can do honor, which improves our military strength, or we can do liberty or tradition, which is typically one of the two that I choose. For this game, I think we'll do liberty because we really want to try and build a second city, just to show you kind of how the expansion is. Tradition is more for small empires, so if you're not looking to expand so quickly, then you do this one, and this is more of the staying small kind of thing. So, and you can see it's saying tradition is best for small empires. Liberty is best for civilization which desires rapid expansion. This will help you out when you're making decisions there. Which will be great. We're already going to level up the next turn. Alright. You're still exploring, right?
Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it?
Alright. Fantastic. I love the quotes too. I'm skipping them because I've played this game for so long, and every single one of them has quotes. So that's cool. Ooh, let's do that. Let's get ourselves a worker. And now workers are going to be faster. Look at that. So this worker now can improve the tiles around your base. And depending on what game you're playing... Dang, all the Civs are running together. I think it's Civ 6, where it's like instant build, like instant improved tile, but you use up the worker. In this case, you can use the worker unlimited. We're going to just set him to automate. But what's going to happen is it's going to take like 7 turns to build a farm, or 2 turns to build a road, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Civ 6 that changed it so that workers instant build whatever it is you're building, a mine or a farm, but then you use up charges, and then after 3 charges, they're dead. So, dang, I wish I knew which one it was. All right, we're going to do our tree next. We can actually open up the tech tree. So different people will tell you different things. I do not claim to be a strategist in this game. I don't usually play it multiplayer. I play single player, and I stick to the easier levels because I just like the painting of the map kind of thing. But you might decide, ooh, I really want to go into sailing, so I'm going to choose this one. And, you know, optics, kind of move down that path quickly. For me, I tend to just keep myself balanced and research all the technologies, starting with the earliest ones and moving forward. But like I said, not necessarily the best strategy at all, unless you're playing by yourself and you're playing on level 1 or level 2. So there we go. All right, let's see. We've got a barbarian camp. These guys discovered it. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to turn off your exploration. We're going to show how battles work here. All right, so we'll move over here. Thank you. Zone of control. So that basically means this. It's kind of like if you played D&D. If I am an enemy here and I want to move here, I can't because my unit controls this area. So you have to either attack me or you have to withdraw from me, but you can't move along my zone of control. So that's what that was saying. It gets kind of tricky because you also have units that can't stack on top of each other in this version of Civ. And I think all future versions, Civ 5, 6, 7, you have to spread out your units. They can't stack. In Civ 4, you can stack your units as many as you want, which is why I like Civ 4. Okay, so I'm going to right click to go there. You can see down here in this area that there's an estimated kind of win, minor win that I'm going to have against them. And so we're going to go ahead and make that attack. It is estimated, which doesn't always happen. You see the numbers are different than what the estimation was. So yeah, it's just an estimation. Don't ever rely on it. There's a little bit of R&D involved in there. So okay, so we now have a 2 population. If we want, we can start a settler to expand our civilization. But I'm not going to do that yet. Once we start settlers, we won't grow in population. We're going to lose our 2, go down to 1, and it's going to take 12 turns to do all that. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to improve our granary, our food resources. I really don't want to focus on religion quite yet. Actually, I don't think I'll focus on religion in this game. Religion in the game is kind of like, it varies from one Civ game to another. But for this particular Civ game, it is, yeah, it's just something. It's part of making money. It's part of spreading your influence. We can try and move towards it, but it takes a long time in this one because you are. Oh, that's right. We're in a quick game though. You know what? Maybe we should do a shrine next. I will look into that. Uh oh. It's freezing. It's freezing. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Okay. Ooh, that was close. Don't know what was going on there. That is the other problem with these Civ games sometimes, is that sometimes they get just old enough that they just make it difficult to run on newer computers. So, okay, so now I've got a choice because they've won enough experience. I can have them get a 15% combat boost when fighting in rough terrain like hills, forests, or jungles, or 15% boost in open terrain. Or I can just give them an instant heal, which will use up the promotion. I don't like that, so I'm going to do the drill because we're in rough terrain, which means now we have a bonus when attacking, and we're going to take out this base. Oh, but just barely they survive, so we're going to go ahead and click next and move on. Oop. Yes, love it. Love it. So our scouts over here became archers. So we can actually build another scout unit, bring this archer back, and defend our home if somebody attacks us. Which I don't know if they will in this early game, but still we'll try. Alright, let's do mining. And let's take out Glasgow. Alright, we got some cash from that. We're really low, and these guys are probably going to attack us, but hopefully the river will keep them from hurting us too bad, although they might take us out. They might. Ooh, they didn't. Wow. Crossing rivers, if you didn't notice from that, even though they were warriors, so less powerful, crossing rivers is very dangerous in this game, especially in the early ages when we don't have bridges. So something to think about. We're going to go ahead and fortify here, so if they attack, then we will start healing, but also hopefully repel them. But there is a chance they might kill us. So, all right, each city you found will increase the culture cost 33% next. Yes, that's good. That's good too. We really want this settler, this free settler. So let's go ahead and go here. We're going to improve our production in every city. And go ahead and do our next turn. Ooh, good. We did heal up before their attack. And they are running for it. Nice. We're going to keep that there where they will just slowly reinforce and heal over time. And that guy's going to come back right as our granary gets built. Here we go. We've got this. Civ 2 did this. I mean, didn't do it this way, but you had a throne room that kept getting improved. I loved it. I wish they would bring that back. Anyway, every now and then they say, all right, people who like shiny things the most. That means who has the most money in the game. So far, I've got $82, but there's 5 other players that have more money than I do. So it just gives you kind of an update on how you're doing in the game so far. All right. Ooh, we've got a wonder now that's available to be built. Wonders are amazing. This one gives us a 10% growth in every city, 15% production when building ranged units. Pretty awesome. I don't know if we want to do that because that's a 16-turn that time, and we really need to do two other things. We need a new scout to go out and explore, and we need a shrine. Let's start with the shrine, because we really want to see what I was saying, what religion does in the game. And so we're going to go ahead and end our turn, and that will take 3 turns, and then the other one will take 2 turns. So we'll be level 3, we'll be pop 3 by the time that happens, which means we are going to, I think, do a settler after that, and then we can maybe try the wonder.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not.
The trouble with wonders is you can only have one in every world. So that means there's only one Temple of Artemis. So if I put it off too long, someone else may try and build it. And if they build it before I do, then it no longer becomes an option. So it is a really, really powerful thing to have a wonder. But just keep in mind, the further you put it off, the more likely it is not going to be yours to claim. So it is something where, like, the reason I like to have so many cities is because I like to alternate one city building a wonder at all times, while other cities are, improving themselves. So that's kind of my strategy. Like I said, I don't have a really great strategy to this game. And so, yeah, it doesn't really work that way. I also realized, too, I really have to make this me picture smaller, because I always seem to cover up a very important thing. Right behind my picture, right here, is the next turn button, which I keep clicking, although you can also hit enter. So just so you know, that's how I'm moving forward in the game. Should I cross the river? Do you see that? Minus 20% for crossing the river, but I will take him out. Oh, but we didn't take him out. No, that's a bummer. Oh well, and he's gonna run. All right, well, we got a scout now. Let's go exploring. Put you back to sleep for now. Just keep saving up that power. Ooh, there's a new barbarian. We don't tend to cross our boundaries, although they might. So I'm gonna bring the archer out and see if I can. No, the forest is blocking my line of sight. So I'm gonna just come over here and kind of camp him there. There we go. All right, settler. Then we'll do the temple if we can. Are you gonna attack me? We have the city who can now attack the barbarians. They got too close. So we're just gonna do a volley there. Then we're gonna do a volley from our archers here. We probably should have pulled our archers back to a safe place, because now they're gonna attack us. And melee against ranged in a melee fight is no bueno. It's no good. We will definitely lose that, or lose a lot in that fight. We may not lose our entire unit, though. All right, we got them. Destroyed them finally. Let's go on to the next turn. Okay, and apparently the easy level that we're on is saying, no, you shouldn't attack them, just run away. I don't know why, but they should have attacked, basically. Alright, let's bring our guys back home. These guys got leveled up again. Oh. We're gonna do the amphibious. It's nice to not worry about crossing rivers. Alright, and let's go ahead and in that turn, we're only 2 turns away from building our next city. Wow. Speed is incredible. I am used to playing the marathon, so like every turn is like I'm moving forward 15, 20 years in the ancient world, not moving forward like 100 and something years, so it's okay. All right, we're fortifying those archers. Let's go ahead and get to our new settler. Oop. Looks like they ran into some bad guys, which means we're going to try and flee them. We're going to go that way. We might not. Let's just keep going that way until we're safe enough away from them. Alright, we got a settler, yay! Let's go ahead and try one of these. The Great Library or the Temple of Artemis. I actually think we should do the Great Library. That would be much better. Also, we are now in the deficit, so we really, really want to plant down a city so we can start trading. Okay, so when you have your let's choose that. When you have your settlers selected, they give you some recommendations of where to build. And you can follow them, or you can build wherever you just want to build. I like their idea, though, because I really want a coastal city. So we're going to go ahead and plant it right there. That will give us access to the wine eventually. Maybe to the silk after some expansion. And, of course, whale, which is going to give us some happiness for sure. We got a lot of luxury items here that will add to our empire when we have the technology to start receiving it. All right, and look at that. Now we can build another settler. So lovely. We are set. We got 2 settlers. Let's bring this settler up here then. I'm going to just bring it here for now and actually activate this guy. I want to, yeah, there we go. So there's Bratislava, our first city-state. So we don't want to build right next to them. In fact, I want you to, wow, where do we want you to build then? Maybe down here. We can expand our empire in 2 ways. There's cows there, which offer some really good food. Let's go that way, actually. All right, choose research. We want the wheel because we want roads now that we have our empire up and running. All right, looking good, looking good. What a great place. Yeah, thanks for the information, don't care. All right, so now what I can do is I can give money to them, and then I will boost their status. If they are beyond neutral, they'll be friends and start giving me some stuff and things like that. And then, you know, of course, if I make them my allies, then they help me in fights and stuff like that. So that's really great stuff. Unfortunately, the money that they usually require is way higher than what I have, and I'm already in a deficit. So we're going to go ahead and just ignore that for now and have these guys do some more exploring.
You
Yes,
may want to
trespassing.
consider that.
I know. So what they were saying is that now my guys are exploring into their land, and because we're neutral, not positive or negative, they're going to take it as more of a threat. So the longer... Ooh,
Ne Chief Pocatello.
here's our
Inaen
first actual
Hanibidena.
country.
Ne Wasogo Bahandi.
Bahandi Kutan.
سلام
Oh,
عليك أنا داريهوش
like 2 of them. So then over here must be the lands of, I don't know, Persia maybe? And Darius, yeah, no, Persia's that color, so that would be the other guys, the shoguns. Anyway, the longer that I'm in this land, the more unhappy they're going to be with me. So that's going to be no good if I want to turn them. Okay, so now in Civ 5, you don't just, like in Civ 4, you research and discover Buddhism, and you research and discover Hinduism, and the 7 basic religions of the world. In this game, you kind of start with a pantheon. So you're like, all right, well, what do I want? Let's just stick with this one, ancestor worship. So we're going to get 1 extra culture for each shrine that we have. So then what's going to happen is when I get enough, I'm going to eventually get a prophet. The prophet will allow me to create a religion, and I get to choose whatever religion I want it to be. So in Civ 5, the focus for religion is you making your religion and spreading your religion across the world. The more you spread your religion across the world, the more of something you get, depending on what you are researching. So you could make it so that tithing is a thing. So then every city that has your religion in it, you get more money from. Or maybe it's culture, or maybe it's something else. And you can call your religion whatever. You can call it Christianity, Islam, or a religion that has a name that we're used to. Yeah, sure, we'll accept the embassy. Shapir. It basically means that we're going to be able to see each other's capital. So now we see Persepolis. Okay, I can't speak today. Anyway, so yeah, it is kind of working that way. In Civ 4, you're more like, you don't get to invent your own religion. Like in this one, you don't have to use the name of a religion that's already been named. You can call it, Andrewism, if you want to. All right, we're going to build our city here. So now we got 2 cities. And this one has, you can see the little lightning thing, has our Pantheon belief. So that means great, we're already spreading our basic belief. Okay, let's go ahead and do, let's do a shrine. That's going to give us 1 culture and 1 faith. That would be great. Anyway, yeah, Civ 4 more focuses on just the basic religions, the 7 basic religions, and then you choose one of them or all of them to spread, and like I'll choose all of them. I'll try and invent as many as I can, and then I will, you know, give my country the freedom to choose, you know, and then get a bonus in science, something like that. In this game, Civ 5, it doesn't really work that way. And Civ 6, I could not tell you. I kind of forgot what Civ 6 is. I haven't played it in a little while. Alright, cool. We got a population increase in Salzburg. Alright, I think we're going to build here. I know it wants me to go inland so that I can get the dye. Oh, the dye and the river. Okay, 1 coastal city is enough. But now I am getting greedy. I'm going to actually cancel that, because these guys might steal my settlers. There we go. So we're not going to do that.
Wisdom and
We're going to go back this way. They might try and take us. We're going to make a city first, and we'll put another city somewhere like up here in the mountains. Take the diamonds, rivers, all that stuff. Sailing, yeah, because now we got a coastal city. So why not? Come on, come on. Always makes me nervous. All they do, the barbarians, all they have to do is they just walk over the settlers and take them. So that's never good. Yeah, now that we got a city, we can bombard you. Weird. Okay, let's build again a shrine. We're gonna sort of lean into that, lean into the religion part, get some more faith going on, and while we're at it, get some of this stuff. Culture. The culture needs go up every time I build a city. So I don't know if you noticed it, but now we're at 80. Before it wasn't quite that high, but as we keep increasing, we're going to need that. Also, because we have 3 cities, this one builder is shared amongst all 3. That is no good. So after we're done with this wonder, I think we're going to build a couple of we're gonna build some stuff. This guy just targeted a nearby encampment, so that basically means that if we kill the encampment, this one right here, then that we will, they'll like us. So, and we want them to like us. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna do a few more builders. There we go. We built the Great Library. So we get 1 free technology. We are provided a free library in the city, which is built, so that means here. And we get +3 science.
he who
Yes, thank you. All right, we discovered Milan as well. Yay. All right, what free tech should we do? Well, this is where we should choose the highest one up there. No, I'm not saying you have to, but to me, it's like this one costs 153 science. This one costs 91. This one costs, doesn't even say, 46. Like, it just makes sense to get that one for free, right?
What is drama but love? Proud
And now
of
we're in the
spirit.
classical era. That is where Civ 7, I think, does a really good job, because they actually have set it up so that, you know, unlike this game, you know, where you just basically, like, I opened the tech tree, I researched a tech that was in the classical era, so then you enter the classical area. In the Civ 7, it's sort of like you choose certain technologies, but at some point, the era will end regardless. And so whatever techs you've researched up to that point, those are your, like, base techs. I still haven't figured all of that game out because, yeah, I don't know. Because, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time on it. But still, it is a fun one. Ara. Ara was the other game. Endless Legend 2. And Humankind. Those ones are new ones. They are not part of the Sid Meier's games. But, man, they have kind of shaken up the genre. Whereas Sid Meier's has kind of monopolized it for so many years. So that's kind of why Civ 7 became different, was because Ara changed things up. Humankind big time changed things up, and I love Humankind. I mean, I won't do that next, but that one will definitely be one of the ones on my list. And Ara was kind of a unique one. I like the idea of it, but it ends up playing kind of similar to the Sid Meier's, sort of. I haven't played a lot of those either. Okay, now we got new ones that are unlocking. This helps us with culture. But you know what? I kind of want to finish up this one, because when we get all of these, we're going to get a free great person, which means we could get a profit sooner than we thought. And this will help us not have to worry about such high costs, because normally these costs go up exponentially. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. There's Bratislava, Valletta.
So teach us to number our days.
Indeed. Azal, Milan. Look at that. Lovely. For me, I like these because since I'm using the Austrians, this is like a future city in my mind. We do have to come up with some good money, but we also have to have an allied with us for 5 turns. So there is going to be some work there, but already you can see we're sort of now in the positive, and we're even going to get more money once we start attaching these cities. So we're hoping these workers will get done soon. All right, let's go to trapping. Soon. Okay.
조선의 궁궐에 당도한 것을 환영하오 낯선이여.
Hope somebody
나는
Alright, so we found the Koreans. And let's go ahead, and now that we have that, you should not build a worker. That is too expensive, man. We're kind of seeing this is shaping to be India, so that means we're on the Asian continent. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, we'll do the monument. Alright, continuing on. Alright, our first worker is done here. Second worker, I should say. Trapping, yay! Alright, so we're going to do a route, and we're going to say you're going to build a road from here to Salzburg. And then we'll automate them after that. But now it's going to take 3 or 4 turns for it to build one road on this tile, then one on the road this tile. It'll be a big project, so they will be busy for a little bit. This guy, oh man, I need you guys to, I'm going to do a granary. I know the monument was cheaper, but they're doing a monument, which will boost us here a bit. And I really want to get more people out there. All right, we're going to do another worker. Let's get masonry out of there. Again, I've never played on such a quick map. It's so incredible, because normally they have, like, it takes 15 turns to finish this tech, and you have much more time to explore. So, like, I'm already doing a terrible job with the exploration thing, because I should be bringing in more scouts, but I don't like being rushed, so I like marathon. Stonehenge has been built in a faraway land. So now Stonehenge cannot be built by us anymore. So yeah, that's kind of my personal preference, but then I will sit and play this game for hours and hours and hours, again by myself.
How happy are those whose walls...
I have tried playing this game with my brothers, and you know, in that sense, when you're doing multiplayer, it kind of makes more sense to do the quicker version, because otherwise, if you can imagine, like, I'm flying through this, and then the AI is, you know, responding quickly, but if the AI wasn't, and you were dealing with humans, it's going to take a longer time. So I could build one of these wonderful things. Ooh. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the pyramids. I was going to do the watermill first to improve production so I could build the pyramids even faster, but I think I'm going to build them right away, because that is improving the speed of workers, giving us 2 new workers, which is super great, and I really don't want someone to steal the pyramids. So, and I'm certain already that they are cool, that they're going to be stolen. Hello, Maya. Okay. Okay. So we're discovering a whole bunch of guys. We're running into their explorers apparently because we're not seeing their cities. But yeah, there it is. Okay, where Constantinople should be built. All right, so that's definitely Asia, which would give us plenty of space. Nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, this guy is right here.
Here,
He's
Hector.
standing really close to us. We might have to deal with that, you know what I mean? Let's do optics. I should be paying more attention. Actually, I need to end this because it's been way too long anyway. But this is kind of Civ 5 for you. If you're interested in seeing more of these, but you want more depth, you want more strategy, there was one game that was posted the other day, and someone was like expecting more strategy from it. So if you're kind of expecting strategy, but you want to learn more about turn-based games, and you have a different one that you'd like to look at, I am pretty sure that I might have it, unless you chose like a B or C rated game. I tend to get the A to AAA games that are turn-based strategies because I really like them. So if there's one that you'd like to see, and you'd like to see more of the strategy, you're welcome to mention it in the comments, and I'd love to do it. But for now, just introducing you to this type of game, this type of strategy game, which I really love and have lost countless hours playing it. So this is Civ 5. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.